Cancer, welcome to your full moon in Gemini 2020 reading. You have a full moon in Gemini November 30th at about 1:30 in the morning. And so let's take a look at what your full moon looks like, what the energies have been culminating to. And I'm getting this card that's been coming up a lot for everybody. So I see this as something that's like a collective cycle of some kind. And it looks like it's a lack of information. I see this as like some kind of information or body of material or information or works that's kind of like being withheld. And we see this these pentacles kind of like in the fog, or there could be a little bit of illusion or disillusionment here. It's like behind the smoke. We see these hidden pentacles, and these two parties have their back turned to it. It could be a literal two parties, or duality, perhaps even dual points of view or ideas around this subject of information. And it's crossed by the Fool card, which is also the card of the Big Bang in this deck. Now it is in reverse, something that just can't, isn't quite making it an inception, or something that's been born, or something that has been conceived. Perhaps it has been in secret. It is in the reversal position. It could also be kind of like the opposite of that lighthearted and playful force. We see the Jester here in this in reverse as well. So hopefully nothing cruel. Sometimes this card does come up in reverse when it's like abuse of this Jester interplay that is inhibiting someone's growth or transformation. So it could be some kind of hidden knowledge or material or idea. I'm hearing funding, and also fundraiser. And it's crossed by the Fool card in reverse. Really, it's like we see the butterfly of transformation in the middle here. Someone's growth process is being really impeded by this, and it could be something where, it even involves a little bit of, I'm hearing debunking. It even involves perhaps someone that has viewed this situation as a laughing matter. You could be dealing with someone who's like a practical jokester. And it looks like your crowning card is the Ace of Wands. So we have the Ace of Wands here. A lot of fiery energy. It looks like someone or something, wherever your energy is being allocated, needs to be reevaluated. It needs to be evaluated. It needs to be observed. The Ace of Photons is this upsurge of energy that demands to be manifest, and so whatever the situation is where your birth or your transformation is really kind of like in reverse here, it's like your perhaps knowledge, I'm hearing appropriations, or your energy of some kind could be channeled into the wrong thing. I'm hearing soul. I'm hearing soul shard. In the reverse we have the Star card. And that's a really great card. And another one is popping out with it, and it's the Sun in reverse. So we've got the Sun and the Star side by side here. And the light worker community does come to mind here. But it looks like whatever it is with this situation, it's going to require, I'm hearing intense regeneration, as I'm thinking about something to literally rejuvenate you. This could be the waters of some kind of information, or I'm getting birth or rebirth. But nonetheless, this is a very expressive card. It's a really great and healthy card to have, and it's kind of like taking your multi-dimensional experience and distilling it into something that can really manifest in the 3D. And it looks like you have a lot of energy to do that. Hopefully you haven't suffered a loss of energy, because it looks like whatever this is, it's not your fault, the lack of whatever kind of momentum, the lack of momentum. Let's look at moving forward. We have the High Priestess in reverse here. Some kind of, again, it's like mystery. This is the card of mystery, hidden knowledge, and also wisdom. So it could be some kind of hidden knowledge or wisdom that has not yet surfaced. It has not yet surfaced, or perhaps, I think of also disinformation as well. Disinformation surrounding a subject or topic. And it makes me think of history as well. I'm hearing defy, like defy and defiled. some kind of information or hidden knowledge or wisdom that either can't come out or someone wants to suppress it. Someone wants to suppress this knowledge as well. It could have to do with a feminine archetype or a feminine intelligence. Let's look at what lies beneath. And we're seeing some kind of, I'm hearing mistake, some kind of like learning situation with this apprenticeship card here, in which what is being learned about as like kind of what underlies this situation, the undertone. And that is the Page of Wands here. So we've got the Ace of Wands, the crowning, and it's like you're still learning about something. You're still learning about something. Why this is in the reversal position. This is Orion, but it's also, the ancient Egypts called it Sahu, the soul of Osiris. If anyone knows the story of Osiris and Set, I'm hearing, it's a really, I'm hearing harrowing, but it's a tragic tale. He's essentially dismembered, and his sister Isis tries to really put him back together. And so it looks like also that Osiris, Orion, has this shield. It's some kind of fight. It could be on a subconscious level for you. It's some kind of struggle that's happening. I'm hearing a mental plane. Let's look at your hopes and fears. And it is the Ace, I'm hearing, of Destiny. It's the Ace of Cups, hopes and fears. Perhaps you're a little bit worried that you're not going to achieve your goal or be able to obtain this cup. But it looks like it's a sign of mastery as well. Something that you're highly skilled at. And there is a little bit of warriorism here, as we see, and it's in reverse here. So it could also be some kind of a loss that has to do with communications as well, but it looks like this is a spiritually and emotionally involved situation. I'm hearing topic. I'm hearing needs fast car. So hopes and fears for you, it looks like it's like the really big topics, you know, the Holy Grail. As I'm seeing it for you, you could be someone who is questing or questioning the nature of some kind of spiritual communication. Let's look at your finances, and it's a Pentacles card. You could be in an apprenticeship or internship even. It's the Page of Pentacles, and it is Bootus, the herdsman. So you're harvesting finances, you're harvesting perhaps even knowledge of some kind. And it looks like you are either just getting started or you're in some kind of a learning phase. You could be in school. So that's really positive. It looks like you have the bear as a guide during this time, which you can barely see in the sky here. It kind of looks like a holographic bear. Focus on light mechanics as well as we look at this constellation. And so you might even be called to learn about the stars during this time. So it looks like spirit animals and totems also might be important on your journey as well as I look down at this bear. But nonetheless, it looks like you're having successes and kind of, you know, in the learning position as a wealth of information, as a student, really. Successes as a student. In your love life, we have the Six of Cups reversed. And in the Six of Cups, we have a baby in one corner and a man in the other, and they're kind of overlooking the same stars and overlooking the same cups. And is it like the man looking at the baby, is this what he sees in his own reflection? Because he is reflecting on perhaps his own childhood. So reflection on childhood, you could be called to do some work with childhood or work with children in some sort of way. There could be some kind of emotional or spiritual, hopefully not, but I'm hearing distaste. It is the card of innocence and maturity. So you may be called to, even if you have children, kind of check the quality or content of their maybe even internet usage or activity. You could be called to really kind of to kind of moderate what kind of communications are going on in regards to children specifically. I see this as being something in your love life. I'm hearing passion. I'm hearing you're right. We do. I'm hearing rumble. Okay, so let's look at your destiny card. And it's the Tower. I'm hearing in reverse. So there's a big focus on communications as well as trade. It looks like you're kind of like trained to, I'm hearing, I was going to say, you know, it looks like you're kind of destined to identify some kind of problem here. There's like a thumbprint that's overlying this entire image of the tower. It's like whose thumbprint is really on it. Cause of destruction, I'm hearing. Broken, I'm hearing intelligence. I'm hearing factor at play. And so the tower card, some kind of loss or some kind of fall. But the thing about, it's also the card of quantum foam. The thing about the tower card is once you fall, there's just really no way to go but up. So you could be destined to, like, I'm hearing overcome. You could be destined to kind of overcome this tower energy and move forward, and it looks like that's something that you already have. This is 16, the tower. It looks like that's something you already have. As 17, the star card here. The star card. You have that as something that's like a past achievement for you that you already have in your arsenal. And so I see that as positive. Let's look at any miscalculations, miscommunications, or errors. And we have something perhaps financial. It is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It could have to do with finances, some kind of knowledge or material wealth, and it is something that is in the physical as well, in the physical realm. So you could be, I'm hearing spending too much. You could be spending too much. You could be having to look at your finances during this time, or you may have made some kind of error in regards to your finances, perhaps that you're not even aware of. So you may be called to look at your financial. I'm hearing transactions during this time. All right. Thank you for listening, and this was your November 30th full moon in Gemini Cancer reading. Thank you for joining.